Good morning, everyone. Myself, Professor Vivek Pomade, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, Science Institute of Technology, Rajankote, Bengaluru. Today, we're going to start with the third module. We just walk through the syllabus of the third module. The third module, actually, here in second module, we have gone through the some of the basic concepts of the SQL. Here in third module, we're going to see the advanced queries. So more complex SQL retrieval queries specifying constraint as assertion and action triggers. Here in more complex queries, we're going to see the nested query, correlated query, and some of the contents, explicit some of the keywords, how we're going to use in the complex queries. All those things we're going to see in the third module, the first chapter, SQL, it's advanced queries. Specifying constraints as assertion and action triggers used in SQL, schema changes statement in SQL. This views schema change statements are all these are the most important concept for the while writing the queries. In lab, we are going to see many queries we have used this view, and we're going to see in depth in the module 3. Second chapter containing database application development. In database application development, here we're going to embed. In this chapter, we're going to see the learn the embedded, how to going to merge the programming language with the SQL. So here they have taken the exam. They have taken the programming language like Java. So JDBC classes and interfaces, SQLJ, and we're going to see the stored procedures, some concept, and the case study. In the third chapter, entered application, the three-tier application architecture, the presentation layer, the middle layer, how the queries are going to be executed, or how an application is going to be implemented with the help of an architecture. That is the three-tier architecture we're going to see in this chapter. So first concept is advanced querying, that is more complex SQL retrieval queries. First one is comparison involving null and tree-valued logic. So as inserting a values to any of the attribute as a null, it may have a three main condition. We are assigning a null value to one particular attribute. It may having a three different interpretation. One is value is unknown. Second is value is not available. Third is attribute not applicable. So value is unknown means for that particular attribute value is not there. For example, if they ask the apartment number, the person who doesn't have an apartment, who doesn't live in apartment, doesn't have an apartment number. So for that apartment number attribute, the value will be none because the value is don't know. Value is not available. So we know the value, but that value is not available. For example, I have the phone number, but now that phone number is not available. I'm not able to give that phone number to that attribute. So there we're going to place it as a null. Later, if you want to use the phone number in that attribute, we can place it as a phone number value to that. Until then, we're going to place it as a null there. Then last one is the attribute not applicable. Attribute is not applicable for that particular attribute. The value is not only it is not needed only. For example, phone number. It is telephone phone number, landline phone number. This is the example for the attribute is not applicable. Next, when a null is involved in a comparison operation, the result is considered to be unknown, either true or false. So if the result is having, if the attribute is having a null value, either it may be true or either it may be a false. Hence, SQL uses three valued logic with values true, false, and unknown. So in SQL, we have one more value, one more logic that is unknown with the true and false to define the result of three valued logical expression when the logical connectivity and or not are used. And you're going to use the Boolean expression in the where clause of the SQL query. This is the AND operator. True means it is true. True false it is false. True unknown it is unknown. So false true is false. False is false. False unknown is false. Unknown true is true. Unknown false is false. Unknown is unknown. So the result of combining the two using the OR logic is shown below. This is the OR operator. So true is true. True false is true. True unknown is true. In OR operator, either any of the one condition should be true, then only the result will be true, otherwise it is false. Yeah, false true is true, false is false, false unknown is unknown. So unknown true is true, unknown false is unknown, unknown is unknown. The below table shows not logical operator. It is the conversion, not if true it is false, false it is true, unknown is unknown. So just giving one example here, we're going to take an example. So retrieve the name of all employees who don't have a supervisor. So select first name and last name of the employee. This is from the table, employee table, where supersession is null because we don't have a supervisor. So we can directly place it as a null. Or in place of is, we can use the equal operator. We can use the equal operator. Here we have used the keyword, it is. It is it will play the same role as the equal operator is doing. Next is nested query or the tuples and set or multi-set comparison. Some queries requires the existing value in the database to be fetched and then used in comparison condition. Such queries can be formulated by using nested queries, which are complete select from where blocks within the where class of another query. That other query is called outer query. Nested query means we can in the normal words we can write as query within a query. So second query is going to be start in the where clause of the first query. The second query we say it as outer query. The first query we say it as a inner query. For example, retrieve the name of each employee who has a dependent with the same first name and same sex as the employee. So we have to retrieve the name of the employee. It is employee first name, employee last name from employee as E. Where E.SSN in. We have to find, this is called the outer query. First we have to find the result of the outer query. The result of this outer will be acting as a input for the inner query. So select ESSN from dependent where E dot first name equal to dependent name and E sex equal to sex. If the dependent name and sex are when comparing with the employee table, if it is are equal, then the result is going to be retrieved as the result for this one. So second example of this one, this is, and we're going to see the further concept in the next class. Thanks.